What is up, y'all?
Hey, welcome back to AttaGirl podcast.
Happy Valentine's, Galentine's, Valentine's, Broentine, whatever you celebrate. Happy Love Day.
Happy Love Day. I love that.
I know. It's kind of sweet and tender. I started thinking about Valentine's Day and why people hate it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's about love. Think about like your friends and your family, and there's a lot of things in your life that bring you so much love. And I'm like, I don't hate Valentine's Day.
No, I actually love love.
I know. Me too.
Even if it doesn't work out, even if it falls short.
Even if I'm single.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely. I love love.
I will say, I saw in Publix the other day, they had these little stuffed animals and it said fries before guys, and it was like a little gift for the girls. And I was like, yes, but also I'm not like hating on men.
No.
Like, I'm single. I am especially single.
Yeah. I've been, I'm very single this Monday morning too.
But yeah.
Well, it's Monday for us.
Yes, it's Monday for us, but this is releasing. Well, it's releasing today, as in Wednesday, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
but
that gets confusing. Sorry.
We had ourselves a little weekend of disappointment, I guess. But I guess it's not really disappointment now because...
No, actually, it helped me lean into my singleness a little bit.
Me too.
I feel actually really good about what's going on.
Yes.
Not that I don't have anything negative to say about the guy that ended things with me. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Nothing, I didn't lean into it that way, like the whole F-men train. I'm just trying to focus on myself.
And I will honestly say the past few situationships I've had have ended horribly, but none of them have led me to be like F-men. It's been more just disappointment.
Definitely.
That's all it is. It's just disappointment because I've gotten to such a comfortable place where I know what I have to offer.
Yep.
I know what I want one day.
Yep.
And I'm not willing to sacrifice my singleness and being happy until the right thing comes along.
That's it. Yeah. We know what we bring to the table. We just have to find a good table.
Yeah, and there's a lot of broken ones, like small kiddie tables.
I've been coming across a lot of tables that have walls and barriers around it. That's been the excuse for a lot of tables of mine.
See, and the thing that's crazy is mine. There was a lot of walls and barriers, but then after everything, I realized I was sitting at a kiddie table.
True. That's really good.
There was an age gap, but I don't know who was older, to be honest.
Emotionally?
Yeah. So I got to stop sitting at the kiddie table. I got to start finding the adult tables.
Yes, me too.
Even if it's my age, I've always been like, oh, I'm so into older men. I'm starting to think, because I'm like, well, it hasn't really worked this far.
Yeah. People tell me all the time, it's like, you're so mature for your age. You don't know how many times I've heard that.
Yep.
I always make a joke. I'm like, it's the trauma.
No, seriously, I've been through so much.
No, really.
I've had to grow up.
Yeah. I think I get down and out about just the age thing because I think we all, I don't know about you, but I'm turning 25 next month, a month from today.
Yay!
But I've had a lot of like mental crisis about it. I'm like,
really?
Oh my God, yes. I'm like, no, I'm 25. I'm supposed to have a house and be married and be, you look at everybody else. It's just comparison. Right. But my little notebook here, I actually found this a few years ago, but I've revisited it.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen Relationship Goals, the Michael Todd sermon.
I haven't seen it.
It's Transformation Church. It's Pastor Michael Todd. So good. Relationship Goals is what it's called. And it's like I don't know how many parts, but it's...
I'll have to, for real, listen.
Very
good. Gosh, okay.
So he basically talks from... the first episode's about before the person, second singleness. I guess it then goes dating, marriage, whatever.
Like the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I haven't read, and I need to read. I need to read the singleness part right now.
Yeah. So I actually listened to both before the person and singleness this morning. Okay. So my brain's fresh.
Oh, heck yeah. Love it.
Yeah. But I'm learning that actually singleness, he talks a lot about how it's actually more important than marriage. because there's a lot of people who have issues in their marriage or dating right now. It's because that they did not work on themselves and figure those issues out during their singleness. So actually, I think we're in a beautiful time.
I think so too. And I love that. And so my brother's girlfriend just broke up with him a week ago.
Yeah, what's happening? It's supposed to be love month.
Yeah, this has been quite the opposite. Well, the thing, he just had a sermon at church this past Sunday about whether or not it was on accident or if it was something God really wanted to happen.
Yeah.
And for him, he had this moment where he said, you know what? I know she was in my life for a reason. I was in a dark time and I got out of it. And now I've grown closer to God because of her.
Yep.
And now I get to grow by myself and be on my own. And she gets to grow and be on her own. Maybe one day. If not, that's totally fine. That means there's someone else out there way better. But I get to work on myself now so I can be better for. I mean, he had this whole he was a different kid talking to me on the phone. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. You're back to your fun, spunky, talkative self. I mean, talk my ear off for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was such a good, because I've been telling my teammates, so shout out to one of my teammates. Her name is Holly. She's from Mobile. She, I don't think, has ever had a serious boyfriend, and she's 21.
Right.
Her standards, I have never met a girl genuinely whose standards are as high as they are, and she does not
waver
at all.
Good for her.
She's the type, if a guy comes along and it doesn't work out, she's like, he wasn't good enough anyways. Like, here are all the things. And she talks about how her parents got married so late in life and how her siblings are all getting married late in life. So she's never been around people where it's been an expectation to get married so young.
Yeah. See, I think that's the issue with comparison too. I grew up in a very small town, and there's the whole, stereotype is true. People in small towns, it's like meet in high school, they met in church or whatever. Like it's genuinely a thing, and then they get married right after high school, or even the college I went to, I saw time after time. It's like they met freshman year, got married, or got engaged junior year, got married right after senior year. Like it's
well,
it's
look
a
at
whole
our
timeline.
Siblings.
Yeah, my siblings.
Yeah,
my brother met his beautiful, lovely wife.
Which she is freaking amazing.
Yeah, and they're at Taylor's oldest time, met in high school, got married later in life after they were more established, and just worked.
Yeah. And Peyton, my sister, and my brother-in-law, they met going into freshman year. There was some concert right before freshman year started. Yeah. Dated all through college, got married after college, and now have Henry. I mean, they are seriously a match made in heaven.
Yeah, that's how Drew and Beth are, yeah.
And so it's one of those things where you look at that and you're like, what the heck?
Yes. And we're the ones who can't figure it out.
Yes.
But I think our mindset just has to shift, and I've been trying to fall into that. And I'm not going to take credit for this, but I did see something on TikTok. And the funny thing about God, this is a whole other topic that we could get into, but I have not been very intentional with my relationship with God. But the funny thing about him, he finds you even if you're not looking.
Right.
I mean, literally, I was scrolling on TikTok of all places. Funny video, funny people. Like, someone falls, we laugh. Yeah. And then, there's God telling you exactly what you need to hear.
Exactly. Well, that's like when I went to church yesterday after you've...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw this beautiful girl talking about Psalm 127:1. And here's the scripture. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Basically, unless it's given to you specifically from God, the work, effort, just love that you pour into it, unless it's right for you, it doesn't matter.
No. And it's so funny because my mom has always told me, every guy I've ever dated or situationship, whatever, it shouldn't be this hard.
Yes. No, truly, it should not.
Because if it is sent from God, it should not be that hard.
And that doesn't mean don't put effort and don't just
especially people talk about marriage, you have to work at marriage. That's not what we're saying. But 2 weeks into talking to somebody, or even a month of dating, and you're confused, does he like me, does he not? It's like Megan Moroney's song Wonder. The right person will never make you wonder.
Literally. Yeah.
Like,
beautiful.
It's not that we make it so complicated, and part of it is dating nowadays is just different, but still the right person who cares about you, they're not going to want you to sit around and wonder and be insecure or not know what's going on. They're going to want you to feel cared for. They're going to give you the same energy you're giving them, and it's all about serving one another.
Yes. This last person that I was with, and I think he was a kind of person that was very stuck in his ways, which is great.
Yeah.
He was older and, just had his own routine.
Yeah.
But that had me so confused. I've literally known of this man's existence for probably a month.
Right.
I guess. A little over, but still. Like, didn't even know he existed on Earth.
Right.
And I was so tied up. And I was like, oh my gosh, he only wants to see me once a week, if that. Like, he must not like me enough. And I need to remember, like, later when I start dating someone new that that's fine.
Yeah.
They don't have to, because girls and guys are very different wired, like love wired.
Yes.
So girls start at 100% and things chip away at them.
Yep. Whereas guys
start at 0 and they build it.
Yep.
And I think that's very hard for us in dating because I start 100%. I'm like, oh, this and this about this guy. He's perfect. This is how he falls in line with me. This is how we can grow.
You're also an optimist and you see good in people.
Always,
because you have so much to give.
And I'm a hopeless romantic.
Me too.
For sure.
Oh, me too.
I want all the, sweet.
I do too. I want that. Yeah. When you watch these movies, you want that knight in shining armor love, which one of my exes, actually, when we broke up, he was like, well, I think what you're looking for is a knight in shining armor. You're never going to find someone who did X, Y, and Z like I did. And I'm like, who cares if I'm looking for a knight in shining armor? Yeah. I will wait until I find it.
My ex said the exact same thing.
Yes.
He was, you're looking for someone perfect and you're never going to find it. Who says I won't?
And I'm sorry.
Why won't I?
And what's funny is, so we made these lists too of things that we really want in a guy. When I read my list, it is not needy. I am not high maintenance.
Look how short mine is.
Yeah, mine's kind of long, but it's not things that are hard or
you're not asking much.
No.
Yeah.
So if that's my knight in shining armor, so be it.
Yeah.
I will wait until I find it because
I agree.
I for a few weeks now have been saying to my teammate Holly, I want to enter my single girl era just like you.
Yep.
I want to focus on me. I want to enjoy all this time with my friends because I am so happy right now outside of that situationship. I was so happy.
Me too.
And I was telling her, I just want to be more like you. I want to have these standards. I want to stick to them. And I want to, and then I
wait.
Yes. And be happy waiting.
Yeah. Content.
Yes. And so yesterday at church, our message was, in order to change your life, you have to change your mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, this is hitting hard because I keep saying, I kind of want to do this. I want to do this. But I'm not really making a change.
Right.
And I didn't really have to make the change. Thank goodness the change was made for me yesterday. But I think it was
funny how God works.
It is funny how God works. I'm not kidding. Yeah. I needed that because I am the type that I give people so many chances.
Me too.
And that's just how I am.
My sister-in-law pointed this out to me, and I kind of knew this about myself, but hearing it outwardly, hit home. She was like, "You just accept people, you don't, you don't. When they come into your life, you don't try to change them, whatever. You see them as they are, and you're like, you change yourself to fit them."
Yes.
And she was like, "You don't need to do that."
No.
It doesn't mean I mean, now I'm adding on to what she said, but I thought about that, and I don't have to change them, but they don't have to fit into my world. I've noticed that I meet a good guy, quote unquote. Yeah. He's not a cheater. He's not a liar.
Right.
What all these things.
He's the bare minimum good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he's a good guy doesn't mean he's the good guy. And I try to, when I meet someone, and I think it's just past relationships that have gone wrong, why I do that. Because, at least they're not doing this, and this.
They have, past relationships have lowered our standards and our bar.
100%.
But and I texted you about this. Yeah. We have these standards and we know all these things that we deserve, what we want.
Yeah.
But we start leading with our heart because we're, like you said, the 100% dive all in. Yep. And so then leading with our head, the things we care about and things that mean a lot to us go out the window.
Yeah. Like the past guy who didn't, it's not that he didn't want to see me. He was just, he had his own routine. Right. And when I could fit into that routine was when we saw each other. Yeah. And I don't want that.
No.
I accepted it. Right. I was like, I don't want to be too pushy.
And
balls in your court.
You would even tell me, I think it's a more mature way to go about dating.
Yeah. And it is.
To an extent. But it's also, you have to look at what you want and what you need.
Yeah. I like words of affirmation. And I like physical touch. And I like,
quality time.
Quality time.
That's not too much to ask.
And truly, I wasn't receiving any of
it. But it makes you tell yourself, well, maybe it's because I'm this, or maybe I'm this, or maybe no.
And I kept telling myself when I would get upset about it in my head, or like even talk to my brother and Beth about it, I would just be like, well, I'm just being dramatic. I'm being too pushy. Like I'm wanting too much. Like he has his own thing and he's more mature than me and blah, 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 blah. No. That's me making something else fit.
Yep.
It's like a puzzle piece that just doesn't fit and I'm cramming it. And I do that every time.
Yep. I do that. Or if there are things that I'm not okay with, I'm like, well, I can fix it. Yes. I'm such a go-getter. Oh, well, we can change this. I'll make sure this changes because I'm so this, that, and the other. Like, I can make sure he's more like that.
Yeah. And I think we find ourselves, like, when we look back at relationships, our favorite parts of relationships have been our efforts.
Yes. Well, this past one, it was only my effort.
Yeah.
That was the only reason we saw each other. And that's ultimately what frustrated him, is because I didn't make an effort, and so I got blocked.
That's sweet.
But it's true. So then I was texting some of my teammates about it yesterday, because they actually have a lot. For them to be so much younger than me, they have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. No, really. I get that.
I was like, dang, girls, okay, hitting me hard. Because one girl was explaining how if it's the right guy sent from God, it's not anything I'm going to have to work that hard at. I'm going to feel taken care of.
Yeah. And it's builder's labor in vain. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you won't even have to build the house. Yeah. You'll just have a house.
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding.
I don't know if that's literally what it should mean, but it's kind of, I mean, yeah. Because it's not going to work. It will not work. It will not last.
And that's and they were like, every guy you've ever been with, you're putting in all this effort, all this time, and you stress over it. Why?
Yes.
Why are you so worried about making things work with a guy that should be pursuing you?
I think I forget that too, yeah.
And it's one of those things, because it's 2024, women strong. And yes, I am strong. I am independent. Yeah. I'm a go-getter. I have career aspirations. I personally have no desire to be a stay-at-home housewife. That is just not me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I can't have a guy take care of me. It doesn't, because for me, oh no, sorry, we have the giggles for a sec.
The past relationship I just talked about, pretty sure.
Is that him?
Good.
They always come back. No, just kidding. They always come back.
Sorry, I apologize. That was just funny. That was funny.
Yep. Well, what were we talking about?
You're a go-getter, career aspirations.
So I'm the type. This is what I truly want. This is like me genuinely. I want a guy who knows I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
Who knows I'm independent and strong, but wants to take care of me. And to take care of me, not in a degrading way of like, oh, you're a female, let me just,
You want to be able to shut your brain off.
And I want someone to take care of me.
Yes. We all do. We're women at our core.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that we have to give up, the driven career.
And it doesn't mean you're not strong.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Yeah.
But
that's just
we want to be nurtured.
I've never had that. I've never had that.
I get that.
I think we should go about our lists now.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
I can, yeah.
Okay, I also split mine up with characteristics, like traits of person, and then things I want to do and how I want to be treated, like the hopeless romantic part of it.
I like that. Mine is actually really simple.
Okay.
And when I read this, I'm sure some people are going to be like, well, yeah, duh. But if you just knew, what I've accepted in the past, it's actually none of this.
Right.
Which is, when I was writing this out and I was looking at it, I was like, oh, so I just want a good person. Literally, the last point is good human. And that's just, but it's really not, anyway. What I want in a man.
Let's hear it.
I want them to be intentional.
Yes.
I want them to consider me. What I mean by that, it's when you're making a decision, I'm not there. I want to at least be considered.
Yeah.
How will this make her feel? If it affects me, if it doesn't, whatever. But I want, hey, I'm not going to be on my phone very much today. Just that consideration, I should probably let her know.
I want to think about how she would feel if I did this, because the decisions I always make thinking about how is this going to make him feel.
Just considered.
Yep.
It's really not that hard to date me.
No, I feel the same way.
It's frustrating. And that's why I think I get so frustrated.
I think that's what, yes, I agree.
The third one is goofy, golden retriever energy. Mm-hmm. I want a goofy person.
And here's my thing. You don't have to be the loudest in the room, but I want you to be comfortable enough in your own skin that you can make a fool of yourself and you don't care. You don't get embarrassed.
Agreed.
That you can have fun with me out in public, and I can still be way louder, way more woo than you, but you have to be a goof.
Yep, I totally agree. Next one, good family and friends.
Yes.
And more of what I mean, like, they don't have to be just the most magnificent people I've ever met. Like, that's not what I mean. I just mean you have a good, solid relationship with them, and I'm not the only relationship that you feed into.
Right.
I actually don't want that.
And I totally agree. I wrote about having a family, being a family person.
Yeah.
Because I've dated a lot of guys who have not come from good families.
Yeah.
But what they want one day and having that desire to love a family.
Yeah.
And even be a part of my family.
Yes.
Come join and be a family person in my family.
Totally agree.
As long as you have that kind of heart of being a family person, even if you don't come from the best of families, that matters a lot.
Agreed. Has their own hobbies and interests.
Preach.
And I actually don't even care what it is.
No.
You could build Legos on Saturday nights, but do something.
But for me, so I actually wrote that, has hobbies in parentheses, so attractive, because I don't care what it is. You having something that you're really passionate about is cute.
Oh, well, that's another one. Passionate. And whether that's in your career, I hope it is, because I like it. And I know women get a bad shtick about they only want money. I really don't care what your career is, as long as you're passionate and you're working hard and you're trying to level up.
I said driven/motivated, no matter what it is that they are doing. I want them to do it to the best of their abilities.
Yes.
Because I'm the same way. I'm not money driven. I don't care what your job is, but I want you to work so hard at it.
I make money. I make my own.
Yes, because that is so attractive, a guy who works hard. And one thing I've learned, how you are in one area of your life bleeds into all areas. So if you work hard at your job, you're going to work hard at our relationship, and you're going to work hard at being a father one day. You're going to work hard. And if you aren't driven, if you don't work hard at work, you're not going to work hard in me either.
Right.
Effort.
Completely.
Your effort is apparent in all that you do. And I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's a huge one.
Complimentary.
Yes.
I need that.
I do too.
Call me self-absorbed, whatever. I don't care. I need someone who, and I don't even care if you're calling me beautiful every day. Like, do it. Something. Like,
make me feel like I'm the prettiest person you've ever met.
Yeah. Or just compliment me in general. Like,
yes.
Hey, I saw that you were doing this, and this. You did great.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, proud of you.
Like, even guys who I've dated in the past, or my first love, he would slide up on every story, even though he's dating me. I'm like, you're dating me, you get to see me all day, every day, but you slide up on every story telling me how pretty I am.
I like when they repost.
Yes.
Like, share your picture, your
like,
selfie.
Show me off. Make me feel proud that you have me.
Yeah.
And about lots of things.
Yeah, social media is not everything, but it's just a factor in dating now.
Yes.
And it just matters. It just does to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to be your profile picture, but I want to be a parent in your life on your social media.
Well, and thinking my brother-in-law, he always talks about how smart Peyton is, how he loves how smart she is, how confident she is. He's always loved how confident she is.
I love that.
That's the kind of complimenting too, not just yeah, love it.
Plans random dates.
Yes, I haven't ever had that.
Me neither, ever.
It was just crazy. Like, it sounds like we're like, it's sad.
I will say, like, my ex-boyfriend, he did plan random dates, but they were always things that he wanted to do. Yeah. It wasn't, like, for me. No. I was just in addition.
Yep.
Thanks. Gentlemen. It's really that easy, guys.
Just please respect me.
Respect, not a cheater, not a liar, just a nice, and then good human. It's really that easy. That's what's so frustrating.
And they make you feel like you're asking for so much.
It's insane.
And that's what upsets me. I'm like, I literally am one of the most low maintenance females you will ever meet, and you can't even take care of that. Like, what are you gonna do when you have a girl who expects you to buy her this, that, and the other? Take her to Chuck's or Fleming's or
I will say, I think some men like that more because they feel like they, even at a low, like, let's say that they only have X amount of dollars to spend, they still feel like they're providing, and I think they like that.
That might be it.
I think they like
dang,
that.
do we need to start demanding more?
I know.
I'm just kidding. Okay. So number 1 for me too is loves the Lord.
Yeah.
Because if you have God in your heart, I think how you treat me is going to just automatically be better. Because I don't think every guy I've ever dated has been a Christian, but how you pursue the Lord to me matters. And I've never felt that way until recently. But I mean, if you're not a believer, that's not what I'm saying. Like, oh, I'll never date a non-believer. I'm not saying that. It's just having that closeness with God and wanting to serve others.
Yeah, and you automatically, I think if you're both Christians, maybe not automatically, but you have a good foundation that is similar.
Yes.
There's not much question about your morals or where you stand.
Yep. So we talked about driven and motivated. And to add to that, I want someone that I look up to. I want to feel inspired by them. And not in a degrading way, like I said, but I want someone who's such a go-getter that it makes me want to be a go-getter too.
Well, and you also, if it's the opposite, you fall into that trap. Like I've dated people who called off work all the time and all this stuff, and I'd be sitting at my desk and I'd know that they're at home doing whatever. And I would be just mad that I'm at work. I'm like, well, I don't want to be at work. They don't have to be at work. No, they have to be at work.
Yeah, they're just not.
Lazy.
That is so attractive. They're lazy and in bed right now.
Woo.
Cute.
They slept till 2 p.m.
Love it. So I want someone who inspires me. That is really important. Laughs. For one, make me laugh. I love to laugh. Number 2, I want you to think I'm one of the funniest people you've ever met.
Because I am.
Right? So you better laugh at me, but not at me like that, but like I'm funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Open-minded. I don't care if your opinions, views, all that are different than mine. You have to respect mine and be open-minded to understanding where I'm coming from.
And be open-minded to the fact that people can change.
Yes.
Like, don't let someone's past define them in your head. Be open-minded. Like, hey, actually, they may have messed up in this area, but they have completely changed.
I agree. Someone who's open-minded. Finally, someone who becomes my best friend. So I'm going to give a quick shout out to Kate and Connor Shelton. So they work at, Kate is my manager at where I line dance. And I was talking to them on the phone last night about this podcast episode, and her husband, Connor, he's a firefighter. He's like, Riley, you should need to go on there and tell them, basically, like, scratch that list. Everyone just be like Connor Shelton, because I'm all of those things.
Nice.
But
love the confidence. Confidence.
Oh my gosh, why did we not pick that? Oh my gosh, confidence is huge.
Yeah.
You have to be able to, we're going to come back to that.
Yep.
And listening to them bicker on the phone for hours was the cutest thing ever. I'm like, y'all truly are each other's best friend.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, this is what I want. Like, y'all, it was the cutest messing with each other, but it went on and on and on. And that's how they always are. You can tell they are truly each other's best friends. So shout out to y'all. Y'all are so fun. And Connor, I wish every guy out there could be like you, because you set the bar high.
Nice.
Confidence.
Congrats, Connor.
Yeah. Confidence. So I need you to be okay, for one, with my social media.
Yeah.
Do not be insecure. It is nothing personal.
And it's literally just a job.
Yep. And confidence in order to go to a bar with me, but know, like, my girl's people are gonna look at her. People are gonna be whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, she's mine.
And not even just that. Like, I don't know. I feel like there should be a level of, like, confidence within that.
Yes.
Like, oh.
Hey,
look what I got.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
I don't know.
Confidence is so attractive. There is a fine line. Don't cross the line. But confidence is huge. And then these are just little things I want in my relationship. These are like how I want to be treated. Call and FaceTime me randomly.
I like that
Please.
Too. Yeah.
Don't text me all the time. Call or FaceTime me. I love that.
Yeah.
Opens all of my doors. Going back to the gentleman. I want to be treated.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just my Southern values, but that's what I want. Notes. My high school boyfriend and I would write or type long text to one another about our feelings. Express your feelings to me.
Yeah.
That is so attractive. Coffee dates. Make me coffee. Bring me coffee.
I like it.
I had a friend in college. Her boyfriend would go get her Starbucks every morning and bring it back to her when she'd wake up. Little things. Cooking dates.
I like that.
Cook with me. Dance in the kitchen with me. Call me darling. I'm a big physical touch person, and I'm not talking about,
sexually.
Yes. I'm talking about hold my hand in the car. Put your hand on my leg. Hug me in public.
Yeah.
Like, hug me. Cuddle me. Please. I love it. words of affirmation, and then someone who has hobbies and they want to share those hobbies with me. So yes, you're your own, but help me broaden my hobbies. Help me grow.
Yeah. I love that. I want all of that too.
Yeah.
No argument.
It's not, and it's not like we're asking for a lot.
It's not a lot.
I didn't say buy me a plane ticket and take me to Hawaii. I mean, if you want to.
If you just had to.
I'm not going to say no, but that's not what I just want to be in love.
Yes.
I want
sweet,
love.
true love.
And I want everything we do to be so fun that it doesn't have to be something exotic.
We are in a good season of life right now, and I just kind of wanted to say like an ending little thing.
Mm-hmm.
The definition of single is only one, unique, exclusive. What about that is negative?
Nothing.
It did not say lonely.
No.
Alone.
No.
Forgotten.
No.
It said unique, exclusive, only one.
I freaking love that.
So also Ecclesiastes 3, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read just about the season that we're in. This is 1 through 8. I'm not going to read all of it, but anyway. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build. I mean, it just goes on and on. And then 11 says, he has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set an eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Then it ends 15. Whatever it is has already... Whatever is has already been, and whatever will be has been before. So just the season that we're in is beautiful. It's supposed to be here. We're supposed to work through all of this.
Yeah.
We texted about this a little bit, but like truly just let them, whoever is them to you, whatever decisions they're making, let them, because it's all in due time.
Yeah. And everything you go through, you truly grow through, and you end up better on the other side.
100%.
So we're happy.
I'm good. Yeah.
We're doing great.
Trust.
We were really excited about this episode just because we love love, and Valentine's Day is not something where it's like, oh, I'm single on Valentine's Day. No.
I'm good.
I'm happily single on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And
I'm happily unique. I'm happily only one. I'm happily exclusive.
Yes. I love that.
We're
and
good.
Our AttaGirl spotlight this week goes out to Miss Morgan. We freaking love you, Morgan. Thank you for all of your love and support.
Yes.
You are a badass woman. Oh my gosh. If y'all see her TikTok, Instagram, she reposts all of our Instagram stuff and tags us with iHeartMedia.
She does every time, and I love that.
She is
It's
a
so
go-getter, yet she's sweet as can be and works harder than most people I know. I mean, she is a hard worker. So Morgan, we freaking love you. Thank you so much
for all your support, seriously.
And keep working hard because you inspire us to keep on going.
100%, yeah.
So happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yes, don't forget to love. It's not a bad thing.
No, it's a beautiful thing. Love y'all.
Love you.